All right, hey there, fellow coder. Welcome to this next installment in our series where we are building a real-world web app from scratch. That's hard to say. Starting with React on the front end, Spring Boot on the back end with the Java language, and tying all together with MySQL. With this installment, in the previous installment, we ran into a bug with respect to updating these time, blocks or whatever with dates and times and everything, but we got that figured out. So in this one, the goal is to be able to do the exact same view for comments, only for code reviewers. So if we log in as a code that's not how you spell reviewers, reviewer, oh my god, ASDF for the password, log in. For the code reviewer, if we go to like assignment 2 or something, as you see, there are no comments available on this inside of this view because it is a separate page, a separate view that the code reviewers have. So the code reviewers will need to be able to post comments as well. So that is what we'll be adding in here on the bottom, just sort of a copy paste-ish of the comments in the other view. So if you want to see some refactoring and whatnot, and probably some bug fixes, no doubt, then stick around. All right, welcome back to the good stuff. So, first thing I'm going to do is just sort of tidy up a little bit before we move forward. I'm going to get rid of the console logs because we had put in quite a few different console log statements all over the place as we were trying to debug the issue with closures in the last lesson. There we go. So that tidies that stuff up. I'll save all the files, save all. Cool. So, assignment view is the view that we had previously that actually displays the comments at the bottom. So if you go down here, we have this div. Basically, this is the content where we are displaying the comments. I'm wondering if I can just copy paste it into here. Okay. Oh, then we need some. So then we need some function, like there's stuff that needs to be imported here. Well, okay, let me think. So comments, there's no, I'm trying to think. When you copy paste code, it's never a good thing, right? Copy pasted code is the lazy coder, well, lazy in a bad way. I often use lazy in a good way, but lazy in a bad way type of coding approach to solve these problems, because if there's a bug or if you want to update the way the comments look and whatnot, you have to do it now in 2 places instead of just one. And plus all these like functions too, these functions do something, so we're gonna have to duplicate those functions as well, so it just becomes this sort of snowball of updating stuff. So let's create another component. Let's encapsulate all this stuff into a component, and we'll call it what? We'll call it the comment container. I like that. That seems like a very good name for something. So we'll create the comment container, RSC, to import, or not import, but code complete, or whatever the word is, React stateless component, bloop, like that. So that just gives the boilerplate code that you need, and we'll call this the comment container, and then hit escape to stop editing in both lines. And here we are going to return this stuff. So this is the stuff from that I copy pasted from the original assignment view, but it needs to be wrapped with a single parent tag. So we'll use the single parent tag like so, which is the React fragment, so that there's only one parent element. And then what we can do is we can refactor the assignments view. So this stuff, like update comment here, we can try to refactor update comment, as well as the fetching of the comments. We'll do that in a moment. So let's refactor out update comment and put it in the comment container up here. This is going to break a lot of stuff. I can already tell this is going to break a lot of stuff. So update comment, and then in the assignments view, this is where we fetch the data. So let's fetch the data over here when we load this guy. So actually, why not just grab, oops, Why not grab everything and paste it in here? Okay. Ajax we can bring in. And use effect, control space, we can bring in. Set comments we cannot, though. And let's see. So assignment ID will need to be passed into the props, which we should be able to do. So const assignment ID, assignment ID equals props. So we'll pass that into the comment container. The comment container will be defined inside of assignment view and assignment and code reviewer assignment view. So the two views for the assignments screens will be, well, both individually have the comment container, and both of those know what the assignment ID is, so it can pass that into the container. That shouldn't be a problem. User.jwt, we know how to get that now. Const user equals use user. That was our beautiful thing from a few videos ago. Okay, so set comments and set comment. This is, well, I guess the data for comments is going to be contained within the container, right? So I guess we can move the state into we can move the state for comments into the comment container. I think that's my feeling at the moment. Use state on an empty comment. We can grab that. Empty comment, where are you? Empty comment, here you are. Grab this guy and plug that into the comment container. Cool. Although I guess I need to define that before I bring in the stuff there. Okay, so now we just need, well, button we can import. Slowly but surely, we're getting rid of the exceptions and errors. Comment we can bring in. Oop, that didn't one. That one didn't seem to come in. There we go. Wow, that was super delayed. Now it came in. Submit comment. Okay, we can grab that from up here. Submit comment. Here. To here. So you see, we're really refactoring a lot of stuff here. This would have been an insane amount of stuff to copy paste, right? I'm feeling very good about this decision now. There's so much code that would have had to have been copy pasted across both views, and it just would have been so ugly, and I would have died inside, and I'd be tossing and turning in my sleep, and it would not have been good. So, all of this stuff now, all this stuff is breaking because it all refers to comments, right? So, I think we just take it all out. I think. And then, yeah, that's going to be contained in the container as well. So all of these functions and stuff can go in here. Use interval we can bring in, and day.js we can bring in as well. This one. Cool. And then the view itself down here, this will go into the comment container's return at the bottom, which I think I already did. Yes, I already did that. Okay, so essentially, that's cleaned up now, I think. Let me save all the files. There's no errors, I don't think so. Cool. So now for the code reviewer assignment view, we just took all the code out of the regular assignment view, but for this code reviewer assignment view, I want to bring in a comment container, right? And basically I need to pass in the assignment ID is equal to, I think we just have assignment ID. I think that's just available, and we can save that. Okay, look at that. We got this little post comment just came up. Now I have no idea if this is going to work or not, but we can say test. Okay, that looks fantastic. Wonderful. Is that it? Am I done? Okay, so let's go back. And let's log in as a regular student. And what was that, assignment 3, I think? Assignment 3. Right, so we need to do the same thing. We need to bring the comment container into the assignment view because we took it out, right? We refactored it out. So let's paste that in here and import it and save. Okay, something broke. Comment container is not defined. What? Refresh. Oh, I didn't save. Sorry. Okay. That's assignment 3. I guess that's not the one I was looking at. Was it assignment 4? No. Was it assignment 2? Yeah. Posted a minute ago. Well, hello there. Posted a few seconds ago. I mean, this looks right. I'm logged in as a student. I can edit. Yeah? Delete? Well, hello. I can't believe this works. Post. Edit. Posted a few seconds ago, posted a minute ago. All right, so let's go back and log out, and we can log in as the code reviewer. Assignment 2. Yeah, I can't believe this works. Oh, but where's the date and time? Interesting. So there's some sort of a bug there. Oh, you know what? That's probably on edit. I edited the comment, and it removed the... so if I edit this and say testing and post, does that blow away the... Yeah. Okay, cool. At least we have one bug to fix. I mean, I refactored everything very quickly, so that was wonderful. I'm very impressed that it worked as well as it did. So, although I could be, again, famous last words with the whole edit functionality thing, maybe this edit functionality is a huge bug that's just waiting to destroy my day. So let's have a look at comment container, and when we edit, emit, delete, emit, edit, so handle, edit, comment. Whoop. Where's handle edit comment? Here. So, yeah, it looks like I just don't have the created date. Right? Yeah, so the created date needs to be comments at I dot created date. We need to maintain that property, right? And then here, the created date will be what? Null? Yeah. So what we need to do now is but it got blown away from the database. So we need to, let's delete my comment here. Let's say testing. There it is, posted a few seconds ago. Let's edit with a exclamation mark. Cool. And if I refresh, no, it still blew it away. Okay. So why did it blow it away? Because I believe it's called created date. Oh, I mean, I could be wrong there. I believe that's the name of the comment created date. Yeah. So that looks correct to me. So why... Oops, here. Let's put a thing saying editing comment and then comments at I. Right, just so we can see what the value is of that person, of that whatever. So edit, testing. So edit comment, created date. So it has a created date, and it's made looks like a day.js object. I think anyway. So I'm wondering if I need to do something different to get that thing. So when I get the comments, so submit comment, set comment copy, I push it on. let's have a look at what this looks like. Creating a comment, and we'll say comments. Oh no, D. D is the data that's being passed in right here. So let's just have a look at what that looks like. Test 2, 1, 2, sure. So creating a comment, boom. So the created date here is, I mean, it looks very similar to the other one, right? So we were able to grab the date here, says posted a few seconds ago. And the dates don't look incorrect to me. They look okay to me. So I'm wondering then why, when we're passing this in here, so when we edit a comment, what happens? When we click on edit, that's handle edit comment. Ooh, but you know what? When we click on the actual edit button, I think something else happens, and that might be where the problem exists. So there is the text area here, there's comment. Let me go into the comment itself and see what happens when we click on edit. It says emit edit comment with an ID. And then there's comment relative time, which is set where? When the update comment relative time. So we're doing a day.js on created date. So I'm wondering if the issue here is that we're leveraging this functionality, which is converting a date into a day.js object. But if it's already a day.js object, we might not need to do that again. So that might be the complexity here that might be the error here of what's going on, right? So how would I know that that's the problem? Again, logging. So created date is, right? And then date converted to day.js obj for object is this guy right here. Cool. So I mean, it doesn't look wrong to me either. Right? The created date looks like a day.js object. Oh, this one says invalid date. Okay, so there is invalid date in here. Sorry, I missed that. So yes, I think that is the problem. It can't. It's trying to convert it and it can't because it's already a day.js object. So this is a quirk of. Okay, so how would I solve this problem? Basically, I'm always saying convert the date here to a day.js object. But maybe we just need to make sure that's always a day.js object here. Maybe we need to make sure that the created date being passed in here is always a day.js object. Unless there's a helper method which day.js that allows us to, circumvent this problem. Let's see. Day.js converting dates or something. Format? I don't think it's format. No, it's not format. Manipulate? Add, subtract, local, parse. It's parsing. So instead of modifying a native date prototype, day.js creates a wrapper for the date object. To get this wrapper, you simply call day.js with the one supported. The day.js object is immutable. Okay. So, object, you can create a DJS object by specifying some of the units. Okay. Clone and validation. So, parse. So again, what would you Google here? Error, mal. Okay. Let me just try one more thing before we go to Google. And I know in the last video I learned my lesson that I should have gone to Google sooner. But we do have a mix of data types here. Sometimes the created date is like a timestamp date. Well, not timestamp. Sometimes the created date is a string date format. And sometimes it's an object, right? So I guess that's the hint here that we need, right? Is sometimes it's a string, sometimes it's not. So what we can say is if type of created date is string, then we convert. Else, if it's not a string, we assume that it is does not need to be converted. It's already an object. So we just set it like that. Right? Let's see. Test 12 exclamation mark. Shoot, it didn't work. Let's see what the type of date, created date. Of course, famous last words. I always, I was so confident. I was like, oh look, I'm done. Wonderful. I don't need to worry anymore. That was so much easier than I thought it was going to be. La 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 la. And then here we are. So, test, refresh, F12. So, type of created date is string. And that is probably true. So if it's a string, it converts it to okay. Now if I edit and say test1, yeah, now it's an object. Yeah, so if this is a day.js thing, can I not just say from now? Shouldn't I be able to do that? So if this converts it to a day.js object, and then that's what's being stored, I feel like this should work, or should have worked, right? Because if I go to the from now, so if I go to plug, or what is it? Display from time from now, right? So it says, hey, here's how you use it. So you pass in a string and say from now. If you pass true, you can get the value without the suffix. Okay. Okay. But it looks like it only works as a string. So how do you get, here we go, how do you get the string so day.js dot second 30 dot value of. Get unit. What if I just want to get the display? As string. To string. So why don't we do that? Why don't we say, if it's an object, we say dot to string from now. But then that's not what we want, right? Because the day.js, we want it to be a day.js object. So yeah, this is what's weird to me. How come I can't do from now? Right? What is the error that we're getting? It just says not a number of years ago. So it's not really giving us an error per se. It's just the formatting of it via the from now just breaks. Let's do some more digging here. And let's do, instead of setting the, well, I guess we could still set it, but I want to say log that. Oh, of course, it just says NaN years ago. So if we say log here for created date, oh, it does still say invalid date though. Okay, sorry, that's still the root cause of the problem, is this has an invalid date. So when we edit, okay, so sorry, that's really the cause of this problem, is that it's an invalid date. So when we edit it and then we up here, so we set created date as null. And we say the created date is comments at I.created date, right? Right. So if we say, so delete this guy, test, whatever, and if I say edit, it says editing comment, created date is not an invalid date, right? So maybe what we need to do here, I mean, but that's not an invalid date, right? The comment in here is a proper date, but when we submit it, maybe is where the problem is then, because at that step we're good. When we submit it, what do we do? So when we submit it, we send it to we have a comment ID, so we send it over here, and maybe it's on the back end that this gets messed up. Right? That could be it. When we do the put, the date does not resolve correctly. That might be what the problem is. And that it doesn't save properly in the back end. That's actually my guess as to what's being scrambled here. So we need to convert the comment date before we do the put here. We need to convert it maybe back to as JSON, as a JavaScript date, perhaps. So to date. That's what we might need to do that. So we might need to say comment dot created date equals comment dot created date dot to date. Perhaps. So let's have a look here. So it says posted 2 minutes ago. If I say edit, editing comment, the created date is that. So if I say test2 and then post, it barfs and says comment.createdDate.toDate is not a function. Okay. Is that because so if I hit edit, right, the created date is not a date.js. So I guess we have to wrap this and say, hey, if this seems like a lot of effort, right? It's almost as if, you know what we need to do? I think we need to make sure that the date, the type of the date stored on the front end is always a day.js type. It's always going to be a day.js type and not ever going to be just a string. I think that's as long as it's always the same type, we don't run into any of these weird problems, right? And that's where JavaScript sort of, when you're not using TypeScript, you run into these problems. So when I get the date back right here, and I set comments here, we need to do the converter, right? So it's almost like we need to have an update comments. Or like you know, not parse comments. What's the word here that I'm looking for? We need to like it's like we need to format. We need to format comments, essentially. Comments copy, right? And this format comments function we'll call it comments copy, sure, why not? Essentially, we'll call set comments, right? So wherever we say set comments, we need to instead call format comments, right? So wherever we call set comments, we always go through this functionality. So instead of saying set comments, we say format comments. Set comments, format comments. Set comments, format comments, and set comments, format comments, right? So the format comments will call set comments, but before it does it, it's going to say comments copy dot for each comment if comment dot created date, if the type of comment created date is equal to string, then comment dot created date equals comment dot created date with a day.js wrapper around it. Huh? How about them apples? Edit. Good. I think that's what I'm expecting. Exclamation mark. Invalid date. I was so hopeful there for a second. Okay. So why did my genius level stuff not work? So anytime we're updating the comments, we're first running it through this formatting first, where we're saying, hey, if the comments created date is a string, convert it to a day.js object, right? And then what we can do is say use effect and make this dependent on comments. Although, do we have this anywhere already? Does this exist? Okay, no. Just want to make sure I didn't already have one of these in here. I'm going to log out the comments, and I'm going to ease up on the rest of the comments on this page. Delete, test. So we have 2 comments. One has an invalid date, but one does not have an invalid date. Okay. So if I edit, still good. Test 2. So created date went null. You see, it was null. Okay. So why did it go null? Let's put another log in here to say converting string date to day.js date. comment dot created date. We'll call this before and after, right? So before, whatever, and then we're reassigning it. So delete this guy, test, edit, so I didn't see it go in here. When I edited and then submitted the comment, right? It should have gone in here, done the put. So let me look at the back end. Is it, so update comments, select start from comments, test one. So, okay, I think maybe it is working. But then when we send it to the back end, I think we need to convert it the other way too. So here, I think we might need that code that I had before, where comment.createdDate, if comment.createdDate, if the type of comment created date is equal to object, right? Then comment.createdDate equals comment.createdDate.toDate. So cast it back to a date, then send it here, right? And that should be for any comment that I'm doing. So let's try that again. Test. So that broke. Cannot read property undefined. Oh, you know what? It might be and comment dot created date not equal to null. Yeah, because null is considered an object. That's a quirk in JavaScript. I've never hit that before. I always see people post about that and give JavaScript grief for having that as functionality. The type of null is object. And that's what I was running into. I was trying to cast it to date, a null to date. And it couldn't do that. So if I say edit, test2, so cannot do submit comment. It can't do created date.toDate. Why not? I mean, that looks okay to me. Oh, created date. Typo. Whoopsies. So, test2. Play. Posted 2 minutes ago. Ah, not a number. I thought for sure we had it there for a second. So essentially, we need to hijack this inside of the controller, and we need to look at when we are putting what is happening right here, right? So that's sort of what we need to know is some tomfoolery is happening on the back end. I'm trying to properly not upload, I'm trying to properly pass the data along, but it must not be mapping over correctly. Oh, because it's not in here. Oh, There's your problem. Oh, that's frustrating. Oh, that's frustrating. Okay. My comment DTO doesn't have the date. Of course it's null. There's no date in here. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, local date time created date. Ooh, that's frustrating. Can update the toString to include all the fields as well. Oh, okay. That's all right. You live and you learn. Okay, so then maybe we won't need to do any tomfoolery with the with this stuff here. Maybe you don't need to do any conversions on it. Maybe it's okay. Maybe the backend can support a what you call it? A day.js object. Oops. How did I hit? Oh, I hit another breakpoint. So we deleted okie dokie test. Let's add another one. There's another one. Edit test 2. Should hit my breakpoint. Here's my breakpoint. Comment DTO. Do we have a date in here? Oh, it still doesn't have a date? Did I not save? Where's my comment DTO? Where my comment DTO, yo? Comment DTO. Create a date. Create a date. Am I missing something? Did I stutter when I spoke? Is that the quote? I don't remember the... I mean, there should be a created date in here. Okay, stop. Reboot. For sure, comment DTO has a created date. I'm not crazy. Comment DTO has a created date, and are we sending it from the front end? Let me go back and check. I mean, we should be. It's comment right here. And comment... Ah, but when we set comment, we don't do... I wonder what happens here. I mean, it should be in there. Do we set comment anywhere else? Update comment, we just say get the existing one and change the value and reset it. This one, we set it to empty comment, and we set it to empty comment, and empty comment does indeed have the created date. Okay. That feels okay to me. Let me refresh. Test. Edit, test 2, breakpoint, comment DTO, created date. There we go. Not crazy. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Update, cool. Let's check the comments, test 2, but created date's null now. So something happens there. There is a sneaky error that happens in the save. Oh, that's the error. Yeah, we're creating a brand new comment. Comment.set created date to be comment DTO.get created date. That's why, as well. Stop the server. So why do I have this? This is me mapping a comment DTO to a domain object comment. So this should really be, well, let's just say, whenever you add a new field, you should need to keep this up to date. And all of it should be in one place, but anyway, that's what happens as coders, man. We try our best, and we shoot ourselves in the foot with the complexity of our apps that we build. But it is in our own best interest to add this complexity because it gives us job security, right? So, all right. I didn't say that. You never heard me say that. All right. Test. Ooh, and that's now that's broken. That's so jeez. So what happened? We added a brand new comment and it broke right away. So we added a brand new comment test and it broke right away. So what am I missing? Insert into comments. Select start from comments. It's null right away. So, you one step forward, two steps back here. So comment starts as an empty comment, which has an empty created date. Now, when we want to save the comment, which is submit, we submit the comment here. If we have an ID, we do this, but we do not in this case, so we do this, comment. Now, in the save, oh, sorry, this should be else. Right? So if the get ID is null, meaning we have a brand new comment, then we set the created date here. Otherwise, if the ID is not null, we just grab it from the what's called that we're passing in. Yeah, because we were just essentially blowing it away because comment DTO did not have a created date when it was brand new. But when it is not brand new, it should have a created date if we're doing our job correctly. So, once again, let's do this. Refresh the page. Test. Posted a few seconds ago. That looks good. Edit. Test 2. Posted in 5 hours. That's different. So, that looks like a time zone issue. Because I'm GMT, Greenwich Mean Time -5 or UTC -5 or whatever right now. So there's a discrepancy between what time it thinks it is. Yeah, because it probably... So let me select start from comments. So it's currently 2:26 in the afternoon here. So that means it's, what's the... 12, so that's 14:46, and this is saving as 19. Wait, not 46, 14:26, and this is saving as 19:26, which is 5 hours into the future. So now there's a time zone issue. So there's a time zone issue when we posted or when we edited. Test 3. Okay, so that's good. But when we edit test 3, then it messes up the time zone. So the time zone is it because it's a local time zones, people? Time zones are the next most painful thing. So when we edit the comment, I feel like when we edited the comment, the time zone was good, right? But I'm assuming it's converting it or something to the universal time and then sending it to the back end. I guess we can confirm that by going in here into the save method and putting a breakpoint, right? So let's stop and let's debug, and then we can see exactly what's going on here. Because yeah, my guess is that. Oops. So where's the? Okay, here's the front end. Refresh. We can delete these two. Test. Hits the breakpoint. The comment DTO created date is null, so it creates a local date time of now. That one we've seen works. Boom. Modify and save again. Here, comment DTO has a created date, and the T is 19, which is 5 hours in the future, right? So this this created date is in the wrong time zone. So, how do we handle that? Time zones. I hate time zones. So, when we're sending the data from the front end, it must be converting it to Greenwich Mean Time, right? Or Universal Time, or whatever the term is. So, I'm assuming anyway that's what it's doing. So we say handle edit comment, which finds it, grabs it, and sets it. So if we say comment, so we can use effect on the single comment, and oops, oh boy, where'd it go? And output the single comment, right? So now I just want to have a look at it when we, let's delete this one, let's do this, and, oops, I posted an empty comment. I guess that's okay. We can post an empty comment because we can always edit it, right? Let's edit. So when we say edit, what do we have? We have a created date at 14:30, which is the correct time with -5. Yeah. So, and then we can say, test. And it still has created date of -5. And when we say post, yeah, it just, it sends it with date time. So I thought by saying local date time, maybe it's there's another one. There's zoned date time. Right? So how do we do this? So a zone datetime holds state equivalent to 3 separate objects: local datetime, zone ID, and resolve zone offset. So hopefully now, when I wait, what's wrong? Comment needs to hold a zoned date time. Hopefully this doesn't destroy my database. Okay. Oh, hold on, there's still bugs. Zoned date time dot now. Good? Happy? I think so. Okay. Delete this comment. Refresh. Test. So now what's going to happen? So what is the created date here? Okay, that looks correct. Is that gonna, okay, it inserts into whatever. Select star from comments. Okay, that looks correct. Very good. So at least that worked. Posted a few seconds ago. Edit, test 1, post, zone date time. So this says 1900 hours, but it says UTC now, which is correct, right? UTC 1900 is the current, but UTC -5 at 1400 is what's... Okay. The question is, when it actually saves this to the database, is it going to save the right value? Is it going to properly convert that to, oh my gosh, I think it did. Posted a minute ago. Whew. Okay. Next time I say, oh my god, I can't believe it was that easy, I'm just going to restrain myself from saying that. So, cool. Yay. I told you, I said, I don't know how many videos ago, I maybe 3 videos ago or 2 videos ago, at the beginning of this, I said, working with dates and times specifically, in any programming language is a gigantic nightmare. Right? I said that. You can quote me. And you've seen the nightmare play itself out, right? So, but it seems like, you know, we have addressed most of that nightmare. Yeah. I mean, seems like it's working now. Oh, so let's test. Let's do one more test. You know, because you never know. Ooh, that doesn't look good. What just happened? JWT strings must contain. Oh god, why is it JWT? That's probably okay because I set it to null. Yeah, okay. So if I go in here, I can delete this comment and say yo back, and just make sure that this works from the perspective of a student, right? Now we can edit this and say yo with 2. Boom. Posted a few seconds ago. Doesn't seem like it's breaking. Seems good. Okay. Good. Excellent. So, thank you for following along with me. As always, if you enjoy this content, I would appreciate it if you could support our channel by clicking on the subscription bubble above my face. It is free to do, and if you've already subscribed, then please do click on the like button, as that is what helps grow this channel, right? I always get people in the comments saying, well, you know, your stuff is so good, Trevor, I can't believe you only have, like, you know, this many subscribers. Well, it's because I'm really bad at asking you guys for favors, right? So it's free to give the like button a click. If you're you know, on your computer right now, it's probably super simple to click on the YouTube tab, if you're probably already on the YouTube tab, and just to click that little like button, right? And it does so much. If every single user clicked that like button who was watching these videos, my goodness, it would make a huge difference. So thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate you and your time. And as always, happy learning, take care of yourself, and bye for now.